This was 31 May 2020, Lisbon. A chapter that was about recovery and slowing down. I had just been in Lisbon for a few months before the lockdowns began. I was living in a studio behind a French shop in shadow next to the church. Every Sunday I would hear the playing of an organ and the bell ringing at noon. The studio was perfect for hosting a little get-together, but the only person who really got to visit me there was my girlfriend right after they opened the borders, right before I moved. I was still working from home, which I loved much more than going to the office. A few times I worked with other colleagues, either at my place or at theirs. I felt calm during that period, though it was also the time when one of my sisters started getting unwell. So often I felt like I was in a sort of emotional roller coaster and split between staying and going back home to Denmark. I ate a lot of home-cooked meals, made a lot of pre-meals for lunches, explored much of the area, spent weekends on long walks alone or with friends, ate my lunches in the park nearby under the afternoon sun. 31 was an important year because my transition into 30 was so challenging and triggered a lot of heaviness within me. A particular expression of my high sensitivity as an HSP is that I of course can feel immense joy and be moved by beauty, pain and love, but I can also be just as engulfed by sadness and despair, especially if I don't get time to recover from one overwhelming event before I'm thrown into another. 31 was special because at 30, in the midst of my depression in 2019, as a way to keep myself going despite the tiredness towards life I felt, I told myself that if things didn't improve by 31, it would be okay if I gave up, if I no longer felt like being here on earth because of how tired emotionally and spiritually I felt. Life-ending thoughts are not foreign to me. Over the years, however, I have had to learn to accept them as an extreme part of my HSP wiring. By making them less of a taboo and understanding that thinking such thoughts does not necessarily mean I have no other alternative, but knowing that it is my mind and soul's way of telling me that they have reached a limit of sensory input, life and emotional stress. Also, to remember that by allowing myself room and time to recover and de-stress and calm my life down, practice healthier routines, my mind normalizes, and once again, even though I still feel things intensely, I am within a healthier space of feeling them. At 31, I thanked myself for all I had done for me, for creating grounding internally, for the things I allowed to leave, the space I made for more stability and less stress, for changing jobs and locations, and even the hardest, letting go of my former relationship while cherishing the importance it had played in my healing and understanding of what I really wanted, and the peace and ease and love I was making space for and more than worthy of. At 31, I locked my hair, feeling grounded in the stability I had slowly built, feeling secure about myself in any journey I could choose, feeling home within even if far away. This was 31.
I am doing so much better now. Don't need anybody telling me how life life can get so hard when it's keeping it fresh in my head. Listen, I'm having trouble sinking all the way down to your level. You say people keep on testing you and you just don't know what to do, and it's slipping outside of your head. And I can't relate to you. The world spins around, you have no clue. Oh, don't you know you're so sick though? This is the gap between me and you. When I fall apart, I learn something new. When you fall apart, it's all deja vu, yeah. 'Cause it's sinking inside of your head.